Amma ba'du. I realize it is late, will not take a long time, inshallah ta'ala, but wanted to share a short reflection with you, inshallah ta'ala. As you know, we are in the months, the sacred months, the Ashhur Hurum, the sacred months. This is now marking the 27th of the month of Rajab. Sha'ban is on its way. Ramadan is right next door. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us life, energy, give us the tawfiq to meet Ramadan once again. Just to remind myself and you, awalan, first of all, as you know, is our tradition in this masjid to remind each other that this is the night of Jum'ah. You know the responsibilities of that. Our Imam has quite eloquently educated us on that, inshaAllah ta'ala. Let us all be mindful of the salawat and the Prophet ﷺ, Surah Al-Kahf, Fajr in Jamaat as well, and much remembrance of Allah ta'ala, which includes dua. There was the event of a woman who gave birth to a young baby, and the baby, when it came out, was blue. It was dead. The nurse took hold of the baby, and instead of considering the baby dead and doing whatever procedures were routine, she took the baby and instinctually put it down on a cloth, put warm water in a container, grabbed the baby and started putting warm water on the baby. And then she gently started doing CPR. The CPR was not successful. She didn't give up. She kept taking the water, rubbing it on the child, rubbing warm water all over the baby, over the face, over the chest, over the back, and she persisted and persisted and persisted, and finally the baby moved. It took a breath of air, like that, and the blueness subsided. And the nurse wrapped the baby, and as the baby started to cry, gave her to the mother. MashaAllah. Because these things are ayats of Allah Ta'ala. These are ayats that Allah Ta'ala brings life from the death, brings nur from darkness. If He does this in normal times, what are the kind of transformative works that Allah Ta'ala can do in the times of the sacred months? Brothers and sisters, these are transformative moments. These are times where we are to go into these months asking Allah Ta'ala to transform us, to elevate us. That's part of what the Isra and the Mi'raj is about. And tomorrow our khutab will be about that as well. And you'll get to Khatira in the evening about that. But this is what this time means for us. These are part of the lessons that we get from the night journey of the Prophet ﷺ, from these blessed and sacred months. These are transformative times. These are times where we go in one way and we are supposed to come out a different way. But in order to come out a different way, we must be mindful of how we go in, what we carry with us, what kind of deficiencies we had through the year, and how we should be, can be, better be, and inshallah will be better, inshallah. So this is the time where we begin to say goodbye to our old skin, if you will, to use a metaphor, to our old selves. We start to say goodbye to some things, inshallah, and we embrace these sacred months and these sacred times. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to transform us in the same way that He does transformative methods, transformative measures in transforming the haram to the halal and the impure to the pure, from the kafir to the mu'min, from the dead to the living. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala transform our hearts, transform our children, our deeds, our community, and transform our places from a lowly status to a more elevated status, as is symbolized in the journey of the Prophet ﷺ. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.